So, possessive adjectives. Okay. Let's talk about the name and maybe it'll help you understand it a bit better down the road. Possessive adjectives. Well, one word that you hear in there immediately that we've already talked about is adjective, describing something or someone. Possessive, meaning that we're going to imply possession, ownership with these words. So, a possessive adjective would be a word that we use to describe something in reference to whom it belongs. Okay? So, once again, you see I have placed the template up here for you. And why have I done that? Well, because we're going to use it. We're not going to use it to conjugate a verb, but all of our possessive adjectives will match a certain subject pronoun, okay? So let's take a look at it. If I'm the subject, if I am the subject, I own this marker, es mi marcador. So the possessive adjective that corresponds with anything that I own, mi. What about for you? Tu. What if it's your marker? Well, the possessive adjective is tu. Not tu, but tu. Notice the difference? It's that little accent. It's really, really important. On your test, it's going to be really, really important that you're typing it in there if you're talking about you, tu. If you're talking about your something, tu. Okay? Very different. All right. Let's continue. If he owns something, if she owns something, it is his marker, her marker. Su marcador. Su marcador. Now, how would this relate to usted? Remember, usted is just a formal, polite way of saying you. So if you were talking to the president, or if you were talking to your boss, your superior, your mom, your dad, someone you're trying to be formal or polite with, and you wanted to say it's yours, let's say this marker belongs to the president, this marker belongs to your mom, your boss, someone you're speaking to formally, es su marcador. You're using it to say it's your marker. It's just a difference. You have to remember the difference between using it with él or ella or usted. Okay? What if it's nosotros? What if all of us, every one of you guys that are watching this video, we own this marker? Well, it's nuestro. Nuestro marcador. Nuestro marcador. It's ours. And for ellos, if they own something, it belongs to them. Their marker, su marcador. So you can see you're going to need some context clues to know who you're talking about here. Okay? So you're going to have to know a little bit more information about your sentence. They use the same possessive adjective. Okay? So if this marker just belongs to you all, not me included, but just you guys, only you guys that are watching this, es su marcador. It's your marker. All right? So I've got two sentences down here to start the example. So I've got la mochila es de Carla. The mochila belongs to Carla. The book bag is of Carla. Well, we would change that if we want to say it's her book bag. How would we do it? Es for it is. We're talking about the one book bag. Es, what's going to be our possessive adjective that goes in that blank to say it's her mochila? What possessive adjective will we put in that blank? You are correct if you said su. You are correct if you said su. Es su mochila. What about el carro? El carro. El carro es de nosotros. Belongs to us. How would we say it's our car? What would go in that blank? You want to say it's our car. It's our car. What's going to go in that blank? You should have chosen nuestro. Es nuestro carro. It's our car. Es nuestro carro. It's our car. All right? Let's give you a little bit more information about these possessive adjectives. They can also reflect number. They can all reflect number, but one of them can reflect gender and number. and that would be nuestra. Okay, I'll give you specific examples of those as well. Hopefully you've got these written down. If not, pause it and write them down. All right, let's talk a little bit more. Let's go back to the example we just had. Las mochilas son de Carla. We're not just talking about one mochila anymore. How would we change that sentence that we previously had to reflect these are her book bags, more than one? Son, let's use a different color. Son. So think about it. You already know that these things belong to Carla, so we want to say they are hers, they belong to her. So what's going to be our possessive adjective that goes in the blanks, into the blank that reflects what's the correct possessive adjective we will use, and now we have to make it plural? Well, it's going to be sus. Son sus mochilas. They all belong to her. Okay? So I could even ask you the question, ¿Quién es tu mejor amigo? ¿Quién es tu mejor amigo? Who is your best friend? ¿Quién es tu mejor amigo? Well, what possessive adjective are you going to use to answer about your best friend? You're talking about your best friend. You're going to use what? Mi mejor amigo es Carlos. My best friend is Carlos. Mi mejor amigo es Carlos. Okay? Now, pause it if you need to write those down again. Now let's talk about this one. I'm going to talk about nuestro, nuestra. Nuestro, nuestra can change for gender. However, it doesn't matter who owns the thing, it matters what is owned. For instance, if you and I, everyone out there watching, all share this marker, well, our item is el marcador. We all own that marker. We're describing it by showing its ownership. Do you think I'm going to use nuestro marcador or nuestra marcador? Doesn't matter that there are girls out there. This thing right here is masculine. So it's going to be nuestro marcador. Okay? What if we all owned a computer? It's our computer. Well, it's going to be nuestra computadora. So again, doesn't matter who owns it, it matters what's owned because you're describing the thing. All of these right here describe the thing, okay? So those are your possessive adjectives. Comment on the YouTube page, email me if you have any questions. Thank you.